Deep voice vegan. Oh, what up? I'm about to record my podcast. So to start, I wanted to play some music by an artist that I know personally. His name is Real Vi. He is from Jamaica and he's wheelchair bound. He's the first wheelchair bound reggae dancehall artist. And I'm playing his song Real Not a Drill. So yeah, I wanted to, because it feels very fitting, right? We got the quarantine. This is day like day 52. Every day feel like a Sunday. I'm like, I wake up like, what do I have to do today? Am I leaving the house today or am I staying home? How many people died? Do I need a face mask? Am I wearing gloves? Like, am I wearing my hazmat suit? How deep am I getting into this quarantine lifestyle right now? Really trying to figure it out. But yeah, I wanted to play his song because it's crazy. Like, he put this song out about 2 months ago and it feels like it was written for right now. So shout out to Real Vi. Real Not a Drill with Earth Source Records. Anyways, you guys, hey, this is Perky of Perky Perspectives. Thanks for tuning in to my podcast. I've been making effort since I'm at home all day to record every day. Yesterday, I recorded under my Love Period segment, or series rather, with Courtney from Brazil and May, and we talked about, you know, knowing your body, knowing the difference between, this was more around, so Love Period is around feminine hygiene. So we were talking about the difference between yeast infections and BV and how to keep yourself clean and recognizing that not everybody like practices the same amount of hygiene. So when you're crossing bodies and you're touching bodies in different ways, you know, there's different things that gets transferred between people and it's not always the best results. And so just being able to recognize that, look on the bright side, you're not delivering. Yeah, so I'm on Instagram Live right now, and I'm actually speaking to some of the people that I speak with on my page, and they were talking about how they deliver furniture. Is that what you do? You deliver furniture and appliances right now? That is, it's true. There's different types of jobs right now, and we're having to be a little creative, and we're having to interact and move in ways that we don't usually move. So, like I was talking to my mom about Walmart, about working for Amazon, different things, because I personally am a social worker, and so I'm a healthcare professional, so I'm seen as like an essential worker, but at the same time, I'm not really trying to be in people's homes and stuff like that either. Like, you know, when you're in somebody's home, people do things at their house that they don't always do when they're out on the road. You know what I mean? Like people, you know, they might not wash their hands as many times, or like they lounge around on their couch without any clothes on, and just different things that I don't necessarily want to interact with. So that's true. Like, I'm having to think about things as far as a profession that I don't usually do either. But for everybody that is listening to this podcast, thanks for joining in. You can find this podcast on all streaming apps. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Radio Public, ICN.DJ, did I say Pandora? YouTube, Instagram. So thanks for tuning in. Please follow, rate, subscribe, comment to the podcast so that the visibility will grow. I'm going to be doing more interactive podcasts with other type of businesses. And I'm also uplifting my For Us page at forusnation.com and on Instagram for us. And that page is going to be doing some webinars, some workshops, and commercial upliftment and videos and tutorials and things like that on the page, so that not only are we all still staying connected, but it's also another way for us to stay relevant and stay visible in this weird time where we're all at home. Like, if you even like recognize, Erykah Badu did a concert from her house. She just charged $1. So it's like, she's recognizing that a lot of us aren't working, but she wants to still have some sort of income and still be able to donate and do whatever she's doing with those funds and stay active and work from home. So less judgment. We're all at home. So if you see somebody on video and their bed is behind them, oh well, like we can't leave the house. So we definitely have to be more creative. I actually wanted to talk a little bit today about our elder population. So I know we've talked about, like, just in general, as people, we've talked about how the elders were not able to find food and things like that at the grocery store when they would go, because people are going in there and hoarding all these different items and just kind of going crazy, doing the unnecessary shoot. I've seen videos where people are fighting and just acting like they ain't got no type of house training. Let's just say that. And I don't appreciate that. But on a different level, I also go and visit homes to assess and see what the elders need, because some of them are just getting out of the hospital or rehab. Their health is declining. Their mental health is declining. And it's crazy. Like, the most simple things, like, that you don't really recognize are difficult because maybe they're not for you. Like, I have 2 steps coming into the back side of my house. I have one, actually, this part of my house has a step going into all parts of the house. Whether it's 1 or 2 steps, there's some sort of step up. And a lot of the elders, they have steps and stuff to their home, and they can't even get inside the house, or they can't leave the house, or people are being selfish. Yeah, people are being super selfish, and it's very disheartening to see. But you know, they're not able to get as much food. It's a lot of stuff that they're being barred from. And so I just wanted to remind people to think about your elders. Make sure you call them. If you live with any of the people in your family that are older, like, be mindful of where you're going out and who you're around and what you're doing when you get back home. Like, you know, if you go out somewhere that has a lot of people, especially if you work still, you know, if you're an essential worker or you're going to the grocery store or whatever it is, come home, change your clothes, take a shower, wash your hands, like, really, like, try to shed that outside from you. See, I lived in New York. When I was in New York, when you get off the trains and you come from outside, you don't sit in the bed. You don't sit all over everything with your outside clothes. You know, you take off your outside clothes and you switch into your house clothes. And so everybody's going to need to enact that. Everybody's going to have to constantly clean door handles and things that we probably already should have been doing. Let's be honest. Like, we probably should have been cleaning every little thing more and more. But, you know, it's time to adjust. So just think about your elders and be mindful. There's a lot of groups that are delivering food to different places. I'm going to be doing some partnership under the For Us website with this group, and I'm trying to connect them to elders. They specifically work in the South Central area. But if you are another group that has food, if you do plants, like there's Easton Garden Designs. He has plants that's good for the air and neutralizing the air. Brazil and May makes sustainable soaps and products that help to clean and cleanse our bodies and our air so that we can have good breathing practices and health, all around health. I'm also working with this young lady that does mindfulness and breathing techniques. I'm going to do some workshops and stuff with them. So there's different ways to be helpful, but like, it's a perfect time to just educate yourself and figure out how you can aid your community. And whatever it is you're doing, like, you could be a poet, like, entertain, like, you could still do that. But let's cross promote. Let's work together. Let's really build this village. So, and the elders are included. And not only that, talk to them. Like, I have this group that I work with, and about 3 out of the 4 people in the group had survived through World War II. One of them was in a concentration camp. And so he was just like, y'all ain't going through shit right now. Y'all, he was like, I've been through a concentration camp. Y'all young people don't know how to sacrifice. Y'all don't know how to go through nothing right now. Like, this is nothing for me. And I'm like, okay. Like, he came for our whole necks. But, so, like, talk to them. Get some stories. Like, figure out, how did you guys survive when you went through something similar? What is it that we can do and do faster. Like, we don't need to waste time. Like, I have a backyard. We're converting it into a garden as we speak. We're reaching out to our neighbors and seeing in what way we can help each other. Like, see what everybody's skill is. I'm sure there's a carpenter in your area. I'm sure there's, you know, somebody that is mechanical. Like, how can we all work together? We need to have stuff that's in our homes, in our neighborhoods, because even if this doesn't last as long as they're saying, like, what if it doesn't go until the fall or until election time, which I think that's technically winter. It can only last maybe a couple more weeks. But if it lasts for a year or so, what are you gonna do? What is the plan? How are we gonna survive? And somebody on my live, I don't know if they're still here, but Zaz, he does things with solar panels. He works with solar panels, and that's like super necessary. You know, like, we always have sun, so we can have stuff that's powered by the sun. Like, there's wind powered energy sources, there's water powered energy sources, there's hydroponics. There's so many different things that we could do from our home to stay sustainable, to be reliant on ourselves. And if not, go watch some YouTube videos. And speaking of education, so outside of the For Us platform, creating tutorials or partnering with businesses to create workshops and tutorials for people to stay active body-wise, but mentally and business-wise, and all those different levels. There's also a platform that is offering free classes, and if you want the certification, then you pay for the certification, but it's called ClassCentral.com. I actually signed up for a few classes myself. I'm really excited. I made my list public, so if you would like for me to share it so we could take a class together, I'm down. Excuse me. They posted Ivy Leagues as well onto the platform, but there's schools that are in the UK, there's schools that are in other parts of the world. So you could take an array of classes and get a certification for it. Do some professional development since you'll be at home, you know. So I can always share my list. I personally have my degree from an Ivy League, so I was excited to know, like, ooh, I could take another few classes from my school since I'm paying all this money in my student loans. Might as well milk it as much as I can, right? So I'm going to take a few classes and get that together. I'm also doing a lot of reading. I got the Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. I've skimmed through it before, but I've never, like, intensely read it. So I plan on really diving deep into that. And it's in my bag. I have my Marcus Garvey book. Hold on, let me grab it. So something else that I'm doing through the For Us Nation page is creating a book club. Now, this is going to move a little slow because I know we're not able to gather right now, and not everybody has funds to expend on items that they don't already have. So if you don't already have this book, then you might not be willing to buy it right now. But outside of buying it, I'm going to still do videos and start breaking down the chapters. The chapters are really short, so I might do like 2 at a time. But this is the book is Garvey and Garveyism, and it's written by Amy Jacquees Garvey, which was his wife. The introduction was by John Henrik Clarke, who worked for him. And then he has some of the son's perspective, which is Dr. Julius Garvey. You should cop African Holistic Health. Let me write that down. African Holistic Health by Layla Africa. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. Thank you for the shout out on the book. I always love getting those. I also was told by one of my mentors who's in his 70s, we birthday twins. I'm always talking about him. And he was telling me to look up the book by, let me see, Hubert Harrison. So y'all give me a lot to do. Trust me. Like, I love reading. When I was little, that's what I used to do for fun. You know, I used to go find a little sunny spot or run the bath water and bring a book in there and read it until, like, I fell asleep. And even, I wouldn't even want to sleep. I'll wake up and be like, no, I just want to read, like a few more pages. So, like, reading is my thing. But right now, trying to do the business and exercise and cook and clean and go out and do errands, like, I'm really having to schedule my whole life. So I'm having to schedule my reading times and make it a duty to read. And like I said, these chapters are small, but I'm just challenging myself to do a chapter a day, because at least if I can read a chapter a day, then I know I'm getting through the book. So I encourage anybody to like come join me, please. I would love to have some more people to talk about this book to. It's super duper inspiring me to put a lot of energy into this For Us Nation, because I feel like a lot of what Marcus Garvey was trying to do is, if we had it already, right now we would definitely be in a different time of our lives. Like, if we had a nation that had our own cargo shipping from Africa out here to us and other parts of the world in ways that we were already connected, and we didn't have to rely fully on what's going on? And we didn't have to rely fully on the government for every little thing. Like, we would be in a totally new space. And like, it just excites me to know that somebody already put so much energy into this, and that all we have to do is kind of pick it up and keep running with it, you know? So if there's anybody that is like interested in community organizing and ways to uplift and advance the Black and African and melanated communities, like, this is definitely a book you want to get. And then the few others that were mentioned, like, we could just keep pushing off on that. And then the reason why I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad is because I'm super interested in real estate and certain niches of real estate, and us obtaining property and us building our own communities through the property that we obtain here and outside of this country. This is a book that's like always recommended. So I just think it's cool to read and get a different perspective. And he talks a lot about passive income and how rich people like avoid paying taxes on certain things, but legally, you know, and how we can really build our funds and our assets and utilize the banks and all these different avenues so that our businesses can really grow and be profitable, but have the impact that we want them to have. And it's all there. Like, I'm a social worker. I know a lot of the resources that we have. Thanks. And if you have any suggestions, definitely. I know of a lot of the resources, and even I myself, like, I'm trying to navigate the best ways to go about getting them. And I think there's like a fear of being the first one to do certain things and how you seek advice. But there's somebody that does. There's always somebody that does something. So any ways that we can connect. The Forest website has a directory. There's plenty of other websites that have directories too. Plenty of other websites that do marketplaces and help uplift each other. So, you know, in whatever way we could do that, let's do it. Oh, what up, Brandon? So that's what I'm doing. So, like, if you want to join if you guys want to join the book club, please, like, I'm super down to do a book club together. But like I said, like, one of the main things I'm working on is to allow for people to still have how old am I? I'm 28. I know I look like I'm like 12 or something, right? That black don't crack. I was just looking at a picture of Angela Bassett and I was like, whoo, I can't wait till I get to my 60s because I'm gonna look just like that. This quarantine has my self-care game up. But anyways, so if you like, so Brandon is on here. He's been doing a lot of videos. So whatever. And so, like, on the For Us page, I would love to feature your videos, help do cross promotions. Also, anybody that does lectures, anybody that does webinars or anything already, I would love to connect with you guys in that way, and we could cross promote and we could put on some lectures and some webinars together and help get some information out there to our community. And even if it's just entertainment, I'm putting together showcases so that we can have some like digital showcases and stuff out there like that. And also, if you have a podcast, which Brandon, I know you have a podcast, I am the lead for the nomination committee for the Black Podcasting Awards. And we're like in the planning phases right now, but I definitely would like to uplift you guys. So if you have any interest, reach out to me, and when like some more of this stuff is broken down, I'll definitely send out the information. So what? Just send them to you. I just jumped in. I think I missed the essential part of what you were saying. It's called for. Yeah. So the website is called forusnation.com. And so there's a directory. There is like a blog page and everything on there. So you could definitely go look at that. You could submit your business to be featured on the directory if it's not already. And then outside of that, I would say if you have videos, like I would love to help cross promote. Like, and if you don't have any videos yet and you want to make some more videos, it would be cool to just like shout out for us, like, cause you know I want everybody to know like, for us is for us, like not to be redundant, but it's there to uplift each other, you know. So I want it to be like a stamp, like the Oprah Book Club, to where when you see the for us symbol, you know, okay, I'm safe here. I can come and express myself and I can connect with other people here. And then the Instagram page, which is still ever building. Sorry, got a call. The Instagram page is for us, so it's FORUS, the number 4 US, and you can add yourself to our Instagram page and definitely add anybody that falls under. So I'm promoting for each category because I'm looking for somebody in each category. So you might see me say I'm looking for comedians and things like that, but I'm looking for everybody. So anybody that you know that is a Black-owned business, send them our way. We'll love to feature them on the directory, and we'll love to figure out a way to have, like, we know people that do photography, that does videography, that can help build websites, that can help submit papers, your paperwork and everything for your business filing. We know people that know how to locate funding, do pitch decks, everything. Like, I'm putting together a whole business development piece so that if there's like a new business out there that doesn't know how to do any of that stuff, that I can connect them and help them fully put together, like their business side, but also as far as advertising and needing any help with just visibility, cross promotion, or they do reviews and they need products to do the reviews, like whatever it is, like we're connected, we're the plug. Okay. Do I know any people in Cali? I am in Cali. So yes, I do. I know plenty of people in Cali. Brandon is in Cali, actually. So he's one person that's out here. Zaz, the person that, I don't know if you guys heard me earlier, he does solar panels. He's out here. Actually, if you go onto the directory, it'll say where people are based. So it says Los Angeles based, or Jamaican based, or Belgium based. Like, I know people all over the world, and I'm like ever building the international directory, but also nationally. The co-founder is in New York. So there's a lot of people I lived in New York for a little bit too. So there's people from New York, there's people from California, there's a few other states sprinkled in between. So definitely tag anybody. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, it's going to be flags, there's going to be stickers, there's going to be little like stamps on everything that comes through us, so that people know that you're for us approved. You're melanate, like Black people are here for you. We want to catch you. You're not going to fall. We're going to build together. If y'all Cali didn't, yeah, we local. So definitely let's talk. I can message you. I'm going to write it down right now so I don't forget. I'll message you after I get off a live, and we can set up a time to talk. Because outside of just what I'm doing through the For Us, like I said, I'm doing the Black Podcasting Awards. So we'll need sponsors. We'll need, people that want to host like a digital screening. So there's plenty of ways that we can connect. It could be minor, like on a micro level, a one-on-one basis, or it could be macro and how we can reach out to everybody. So now's our time. Like, all of us, look at how crooked sorry, I just got super distracted. But now is our time to really take advantage of this. We're all at home. Like, there's no excuse for why we aren't connecting, why we aren't building together. This is such a unique opportunity. Nobody knows how to deal with this particular setting, this particular instance that we're in. We're all going through this shit together. And so either you gonna make it or you gonna be broken. There's big companies right now that are failing, that CEOs are pulling out of, that are not even able to work right now. Like in NFL and stuff, it's shut down. There's some stuff that if they didn't save their money properly, it's over. And, Black business, although we influence a lot of stuff, not all of us are set up and a way to thrive through all these different unique situations. And so because we're not already on that level in a lot of ways, we need to get on that level, and we can help each other to stay relevant and to make it. Like, it's not that hard. Like, we could just support each other. And so that's why I'm reaching out to everybody. I have people who do fitness sending me their fitness videos so that we can repost, so that people can work out from home. And, you know, so it's different ways that we could all connect. So that's what I'm doing on my end. I definitely would love the support from the community. I see you say you're in Compton. Let's see, you said, I use this account to only uplift and shout out Black businesses. Compton is a wide open city for Black people to start building affordable or buying affordable homes and to build great businesses. And this is CPT Black Pages. Yes, I actually lived in Compton for a while. It's really not. There's plenty of Black businesses in LA alone that are essential still. Yeah, no, there's a lot of businesses that are essential, but there's also businesses that are trying to figure out how to readjust. And in regards to Compton, I actually have a partnership with the Compton grocery store, the grocery outlet, and they always can use help. They can always use a shout out. So there's definitely a lot of that we can do and connect in Compton. There's a Compton garden that I'm looking to reach out through my friend, who Brazil and May is her company. Brazil and May are actually streets in Compton, so her business is Compton based. So definitely got a lot of love for Compton. And excuse me. But yeah, let's figure out a way that we can connect. We could do interviews together. We can talk about some of the businesses. I would love to do more business highlights. So if you guys want to send me any businesses that you would like to highlight for the week, especially since Deep Voice Vegan, since you're saying there's a lot of businesses that are essential, I would love for you to send me some that you would love to have a yeah, Eugene. That's my man. I love him. In Inglewood, it's funny because you said the grocery outlet in Inglewood. Eugene is connected to that grocery outlet too. I was gonna help them do some like internet wiring stuff, but this whole commotion of coronavirus, this whole thing has like thrown everybody for a loop. And he runs a grocery store, so it was already hard to get in touch with him before. He's super busy. But now with everybody like hoarding out all the products and stuff from the grocery stores, it's even harder to get a minute with him. So I guess he need physical help, but getting people to come to the store, this is his time. But so if there's any way that I can help uplift you, definitely shout me out. You can hit me up on here at Perky Sexy Cool. You can hit me up on Perky Perspectives, or you can hit me up at the For Us page. And like I said, we could build together. And CPT Black Pages, like, let's definitely cross promote some of these businesses. I would love to help in any way. So I'm gonna hit you up in Deep Voice Vegan. I mean, obviously you in LA because you talking like you from LA. I don't know if I knew that before, but I'll definitely love to connect with you as well. So go look at the website, submit your business to the website so I can add you into our directory, and let's connect. But outside of that, thank you for tuning into Perky Perspectives. Please like, rate, subscribe to the podcast. Please let me know if you would like to do an interview. My email is perkyperspectivespod@gmail.com. And let's build together. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Later.